Imagine you are on a late night bus. It's cold, dark, and only few passengers are on board. What could go wrong? What if I told you that this very night could turn into a nightmare beyond explanation? It was November 14, 1995. Bus 375, also known as the last bus, departed its final stop from Beijing's summer palace heading towards the fragrant hills. It was late and only a handful of passengers were on board, an elderly woman, a young man, a few others, and according to some accounts, a couple. As the bus made its usual stops, something strange happened. It stopped unexpectedly for three passengers at a location where no one should have been waiting. The three individuals who boarded were unsettling. They wore old, worn out robes and had an odd air about them. The passengers, including the young man and the elderly woman, couldn't help but whisper to one another about how strange these newcomers looked. The couple reportedly exchanged worried glances, sensing something wasn't right. Shortly after these three strangers boarded, the atmosphere on the bus became tense. The couple may have mentioned their discomfort to one another, but it was the elderly woman who acted. Without warning, she stood up and accused the young man of stealing her purse. The passengers were confused and surprised by her outburst. She insisted they both get off at the next stop to resolve the issue with the police. The young man, shocked but not wanting to make a scene, reluctantly agreed. The driver, seeing the commotion, stopped the bus and let them off at a deserted stop. The bus continued its journey into the night. Once they were off the bus, the young man angrily demanded to know why the elderly woman had falsely accused him. Her answer would leave him stunned. She explained that when the three mysterious figures boarded the bus, something strange caught her eye. Their robes had been lifted slightly by the wind, and she noticed that they had no feet. They were not human. The young man was horrified, realizing that the old woman had saved his life. They hurried to the nearest police station to report the incident. At first, the police were skeptical, treating the story as a superstition or misunderstanding. But the story took a chilling turn. The next day, news broke out that bus 375 had disappeared. The authorities launched a search for the bus, but it was nowhere to be found. Days passed without any sign of the vehicle. Finally, 2 days later, bus 375 was discovered at the Mune Reservoir, over 100 kilometers away from its intended route. This discovery raised several troubling questions. Number one, the distance was inexplicable. The bus did not have enough fuel to cover such a long distance, yet it was found submerged in the water. Number two, the bodies of the driver, ticket collector, and one of the mysterious passengers were found inside the bus, but they were in an advanced state of decomposition. It was impossible for the bodies to have decayed so quickly in just 3 days. Number three is the most disturbing detail. The bus's fuel tank was not filled with gasoline or diesel but with human blood. You heard it right, human blood. There was no logical explanation for how the bus ended up in the reservoir or what had happened to the passengers. Despite various investigations and theories, the mystery of bus 375 has never been fully explained. Was it a ghostly encounter? A bizarre accident? No one knows for sure, but the legend has haunting Beijing ever since. The truth remains a mystery, and that's what makes this story so chilling.